I need that dual citizenship and get that degree so you can start making dollars. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be telling you welcome back. By the way, this is my second video and I'm so grateful for all the love I received on my first video. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the comments, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Okay, so let me go straight into this video. If you watched my first video, which I hope you did, if you didn't, I will link it somewhere. Anyways, I mentioned that I moved to Canada in 2019 and this channel is going to have a lot of my experience moving. So I just decided to start from the very beginning in this video. So I'm just going to be telling you what it was like preparing for my master's while I was still in Nigeria and just looking for schools, the entire process, and I'll be offering some advice based on my experience. And I hope this helps someone else that's looking to move to Canada for their master's or as an international student. So let's get to it. First, I would like to tell you guys what made me decide to move to Canada for my master's. The first thing is, so I had always planned on furthering my education after my bachelor's degree and basically pursuing a master's degree. Like, that has always been the plan for me. And the second thing is, I've also really wanted the experience of working abroad and just getting that international exposure. And the third and final major reason is something I believe a lot of you watching would resonate with. My Nigerian passport is not doing it for me. It's not enough. I need that dual citizenship. Those of you that have it know how sweet it feels, so I want that sweet feeling as well. So that's another major reason I'm here. Nigerian passport is not enough, is not. This is why I chose Canada out of all the other countries out there. Canada provides a very good opportunity for you to stay back after your master's. They don't just ship you back once you're done like some other countries. And you basically also have the chance to even work towards getting your citizenship. So after your master's or whatever degree you're looking to get, you can work towards getting your work permit, and that allows you to work in Canada for some time, and then afterwards you can get your permanent residency and then your citizenship, and then yeah. So let's talk about this search. I'm going to add it. It is not easy. If you've already gone through the process or started the process, then you can attest to this fact. So you need to really brace yourself and be ready to work hard and basically do whatever it takes to get your study permit and get that degree so you can start making dollars. So regardless of Canada being my first choice of country, I did apply to schools in the UK and the US. So I applied to UK because my older siblings actually did their masters in the UK. And then my dad also wanted me to do a master's in the UK. But my preference was Canada, so I just applied to the UK. And the US because I actually like America and I have some family there, so that's why I also applied to some schools in the US. But this video is just going to be focusing on my application to schools in Canada. The first thing I advise you to do is to decide on the program you want to study. It might seem small, but trust me, it's very important. So that really took time for me, and I just found it difficult deciding on what I wanted to do. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, and the ideal thing for me would have been to do a master's in finance or accounting, right? But it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted something more interesting, more dynamic, something that would not be as boring as accounting, no offense to those that actually really enjoy accounting. So yeah, that's why I did not really want that, even though I still did apply for masters in finance in some schools. My focus was finding something that I would really enjoy, and that's how I ended up with a master's in management. So I would say do a lot of research on programs that are being offered and just zero in on one or two. So I had those two that I was looking for in schools. You don't want a case where you're just scrolling through the endless list of courses on each school's page. Like, that would be too much stress. And at some point I was doing that and I know it stressed me out so much. So it will reduce the work for you if you know exactly what you want to study and then you just look for that. I remember one fateful day, I was looking for schools and wait, before I say it, because I know people are going to judge me, let me just give a background on like what was going on then, and maybe you won't judge me too much. So during that period, I had a lot going on. I was working for an NGO. I was running a business, a fashion business. I might put the Instagram handle somewhere in this video, maybe here, so you guys can just check it out. So I was doing that, and I was also reading for a professional accounting exam called ACCA. So I was doing those three things and I was just like, I'm tired. I want an opportunity to relax and still have a good time when I go for my master's degree. So I decided to search for, wait for it, cities to have the most fun in Canada.
Hey.
Yes, I did that. I remember actually seeing Toronto as one of the cities, and that's not the reason why I chose my school, I promise. So the actual things that made me zero in on my school was first looking at university rankings, although it can be tricky because you would see different types of rankings, plus the ones that are legit plus the ones that are not legit, they're all there on Google for you. So it can get like pretty confusing when you see a school as number 5 in this ranking and you see it as number 20 in another one and you're like, what's going on? So someone recommended one ranking website for me that really helped me. It's the McLean's university ranking. I'm going to link it somewhere in the description and in this video. It's a really good ranking website because it even categorizes the ranking based on your program and what exactly it is you want to study. So it will tell you these are the top schools based on courses in this field or that field. Another thing I would say I did was looking for accredited universities. So this basically means that they have the license to offer those courses and it would improve your chances of getting a job, in my opinion. The next thing that I would recommend is looking at reviews of people that actually went to the schools and what they have to say about the schools. So sometimes people might say things that are not too accurate, but you'll be able to tell the general opinion on the school if you look through like a lot of reviews. Now, what I'm about to say is very important. Very important. I feel like I need to bring you guys closer. So, you need to look out for a school that is a designated learning institution. And what this basically means is that you would have the right to do two things that are very important. The first thing is to work while pursuing your degree. So it will give you the right to work some hours during school and also your breaks. This can be very helpful to you during your program because you would want the opportunity to work and make some extra money to support yourself. You would still want the option to, even if you're not going to work. That's why you need to look for a school that's a designated learning institution. The second reason is that it would give you the opportunity to apply for a work permit after school. If you don't apply to a school that is a designated learning institution, you won't be allowed to stay back to work. You won't be allowed to apply for a work permit. And your work permit gives you the right to stay back and work for some years, for 1 or 2 or 3 years, depending on how long your program is. So I would explain that in more detail later. I'm going to include a link in the description box that provides more details on the minimum requirements to be able to work while pursuing your degree, and also the minimum requirements to be able to apply for a work permit after your degree. So hopefully that helps someone. Still on the topic of how expensive international student fees are. God, like when I think about my fees, I get chest pain.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculously expensive. We pay like ×3 what domestic students pay. So my advice is for you to apply to as many scholarships as you can. Please put yourself out there. I'm a huge advocate for taking chances. You don't know what will happen. You might get a full scholarship, or you might get a partial scholarship. So I did apply to a number of scholarships. I wrote essay, like, shout out to my cousin for helping me out with my essays and just helping me with my writing. That period, my writing elevated seriously just because of how many things I applied to. I eventually got a scholarship, but it was for a school in America, and I wanted to come to Canada, so I didn't take it. But yeah, you never know, you might actually get a scholarship for a school here and be able to relieve a lot of the financial burden from yourself or your parents. This is a quick sidebar. I'm not going to discuss this in detail, but please take your time to write your essays, either your scholarship essays or your statement of purpose. You want to write a story that is personal to you and just bring some emotion behind why you want to study that program and why you want to come to Canada. Even if there's no emotion behind it and it's only dual citizenship you want, they don't need to know that. So, however, you need to embellish the story and just make it sweet. Please do. It will go a very long way, trust me. The next thing to look out for is the program requirements. This might seem very basic, but trust me, read through all the requirements of whatever program in whatever school you're applying to. Some schools actually do not require you to write GMAT or IELTS to get accepted. Yes, I feel like this is more popularly known than before, but I still feel the need to say it. So remember that I mentioned that I was doing ACCA, running a business, and also working. I went to go and add GMAT classes to the list. Guys, I took public transport. I think for that last year I was in Nigeria, I took public transport more than I've ever taken in my entire life. Like, I would have to jump a certain means of transport, I can't say it, just to get to my GMAT classes. And I would also have my ACCA classes, and I also had work as well. So it was just a lot I was juggling. I just had to tell myself, wait, because I knew that some schools didn't require GMAT, but I've been given the impression that they weren't schools that were very good or high ranking. So that's why I really wanted to do the GMAT. But I had to just go back to the drawing board and do more research, and I was able to find very good schools that don't require GMAT or IELTS and apply. So that was how I ended up going to my school, because it didn't require me to write these exams. So if you have a lot of commitments right now, you're working, maybe work is really busy, and you just have a lot going on, and there's no time for you to start adding GMAT classes or reading GMAT again, please consider looking for schools that don't require GMAT for your program. So I'm going to be adding a list of some schools that don't require GMAT. I think I'll just add it here, so you guys can just take a screenshot and look into the schools and see if they offer the programs you would like. And I just want to put this out there that regardless of how difficult I might say it is, please explore the option of coming to Canada, or even just any better foreign country if you are living in Nigeria, because things are not great there. It's sad to think about, and just explore the option for a better life for yourself, and just give your children that option and opportunity for a better life. I mean, you don't have to say you're going to live here permanently and never go back to Nigeria. I personally haven't made that decision yet. I feel like I would miss home too much. So just give yourself that option. I understand that abroad is not for everybody, and I understand that some people are meant to be in Nigeria and that's what God's plan is for them. But if your case is different and you're just not sure of things, please explore the option and just see what comes out of it. Because of time, I haven't been able to cover everything that needs to be known, but I hope the few things I have shared will be helpful to you. Please let me know in the comment section if anything was helpful. If you know anything that might help people looking to move and you have any advice that is backed by research, please put it in the comment section so people can learn. On that note, I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching to the very end, and it's time for me to beg you to please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends or anyone that you think this might help. Please let me know what you thought of this video. I really want your feedback. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.